Welcome everybody to Severe Weather Update. It is about 5:45 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:45 p.m. Central Time on April 11th, 2022. And we are up for some severe weather, same area in the central part of the United States for the next 3 days. So let's start out with the tornado watch that is now in effect until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time for parts of Arkansas, mostly for Arkansas, but also eastern portions of Oklahoma and very northeast parts of Texas. And you can see on this map a few tornadoes are likely. Hail, though, it says hail up to apple size likely. That's massive hail. They talk about gorilla hail on some of these live streams. Apple size hail is probably the biggest description I've seen of hail, and up to 70-mile-per-hour gusts. There's about 2 million people within the population of this tornado watch, and you can see it on the screen. It includes Little Rock, Arkansas, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, Fort Smith, Oklahoma, McAllister, Oklahoma. But if you are in this region, check your local weather authorities for the actual tornado watch to see if your county is included. But this is in effect until 11 p.m. Tonight, Monday. And if you look, let's look here at, I'm not going to look at the tornado warnings. There are tornado warnings in effect currently in some of these areas. Because this is a recorded video, I don't really want to go into the tornado warnings because they'll be outdated by the time you watch this. But if you are in this area, there are some areas currently under a tornado warning at this moment. So the storms have already begun, and they are expected to continue through about 11 p.m. tonight in this region. Let's look at the actual day one convective outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, and you can see the very same area that is under the tornado watch box is at least under a slight to enhanced risk of severe weather today. Little Rock, Arkansas, Fort Smith, Arkansas, Jonesboro, Arkansas, Conway, Arkansas, and then under a slight risk is Dallas, Texas, Memphis, Fort Worth, Arlington, and Plano, Texas. Now, tomorrow the threat gets worse. So let's look at the day two convective outlook, and you can see it expands through much of the central part of the United States, including Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, and northern Texas. And we're going to show you some of the timing of this when I look at the model guidance for the significant tornado parameter. This continues until Wednesday. Usually these severe weather threats are 1 or 2 days in duration, but as you can see, it's staying in basically the same area, shifting slightly to the west by Wednesday, and this is the day 3 convective outlook. Includes a very large part of the United States, the slight to enhanced risk. The enhanced risk includes Indiana and Illinois, southeast portions of Missouri. All of Arkansas remains under the severe weather threat all 3 days. Northern Louisiana and Mississippi, and then that will continue to shift a little bit to the east. They don't issue a day 4 to 8 outlook yet. They have it on here, but it shows probability too low to estimate. So I assume this threat may even continue through Thursday, but the Storm Prediction Center usually doesn't forecast that far in advance. So we'll know that tomorrow whether this enhanced threat shifts further to the east. So we're just going to go with 3 days for now. Tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday, there is a severe weather threat, and again, it includes the possibility of tornadoes. So let's look at the day 2 convective outlook. Enhanced risk of severe thunderstorms across the central southern plains into the mid-Missouri Valley, and some of the tornadoes could be strong, it says on that outlook. Looking at the day 3 outlook, scattered to numerous severe thunderstorms appear likely across a large portion of the lower mid-Mississippi Valley into the Midwest Ohio Valley and Southeast on Wednesday. Large to very large hail, damaging winds, and tornadoes will all be possible. Strong tornadoes may occur. So I think the Storm Prediction Center really thinks this is going to be quite a severe weather outbreak with very damaging winds. Large hail is forecast in all of these advisories, as well as strong tornadoes being possible. So if you live anywhere in the Midwest region of the United States, you really need to be on the alert. I mean, right now or tonight, it's really confined to the Arkansas area. And tomorrow, But really, if you're anywhere in this area of the United States, you need to keep an eye out for the next 3 days for severe weather, for tornado watches, and then severe thunderstorm watches, as well as tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings. But let's look at now the. Give me 1 second here. Let's look at the significant tornado parameter. As you can see, it already is lighting up in the portions of the United States where the tornado watch is in effect, in the very western portions of Oklahoma and the eastern portions of Arkansas. As we continue this forward, as you can see by 21Z, which is not too long from now, that's, 00Z is by 8 p.m. this evening. 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. You can see much of Arkansas is under a 2.5 to 3 threat of tornadoes. And it shifts into the northern parts of Arkansas by around 8 p.m. this evening. And it continues through 11 p.m. and then diminishes as we go into the middle of the night. So I'm not that concerned with severe tornadoes in Arkansas late overnight, like 3, 4, 5, 6 a.m. I'm not ruling it out, but it looks like it starts to diminish as we get past into the middle of the morning. But you need to keep an eye to see if that tornado watch is extended at 11 p.m. any further. It may be extended till 2 a.m. or 3 a.m., but I don't think it's going to go all through the entire night. Then the threat diminishes and fires back up tomorrow. So tomorrow at 21Z. So if we look, 00Z would be 8 p.m. Tomorrow night Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. So if we go back, it'd be around 4 p.m. tomorrow. 4 p.m. Central Time is really where the threat fires back up again in Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma. And again, though, by 7 p.m. Central Time, we are seeing some purples on here. You don't want to see purples on the tornado parameter. So look at this right here. I mean, this area, that purple shade right in here in central Kansas and the south part of Nebraska is concerning. I mean, that's 4.4 to 5 on the significant tornado parameter scale. You don't see that very often. So they are expecting a pretty significant chance of strong tornadoes in that Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma area tomorrow afternoon from about 4 p.m. till about 8 p.m. So let's again go back. So let's again do it again here. That's today, tomorrow. Then it diminishes. Then by early Wednesday morning, it looks like it fires back up in northern Texas and Oklahoma again. And then look at it on Wednesday morning around 7 a.m., I think that is. I mean, we're getting into the purples again in Oklahoma. So it's tomorrow, Tuesday, the threat is going to not going to start until late into the afternoon, maybe 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You'll have to start watching it. But on Wednesday, it's going to be real early in the morning. Oklahoma looks like it's going to get hammered at 12Z. That's 7 a.m. So people aren't usually watching for tornadoes at 7 a.m., but I'm seeing purples on this map at that time. So the timing is early on Wednesday, continues throughout the day. So 15Z, around 10 o'clock in the morning, Central Time, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. By 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Louisiana's seeing some purples, and Arkansas is getting hit a second time. So by Wednesday, late in the afternoon, the threat really shifts to Arkansas and Louisiana for the tornadoes, and continues into Mississippi very late onto Wednesday night. So this is around, I think, 10 p.m. or so on Wednesday night Central Time. Looks like Mississippi has purple. So Wednesday is going to be a very, very difficult day for severe weather in the south, starting very early in the morning in Oklahoma and shifting all the way through Louisiana by late in the afternoon. The severe weather threat is further north than here, but the tornado threat seems to be focused more to the south, into the Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi area, Oklahoma early in the morning, and then it diminishes as the day ends. Late into Wednesday night and Thursday morning, the threat ends. So that's about all I have for you right now. Keep an eye on the weather. Be weather aware if you're in this part of the nation. Keep your NOAA Weather Radio active. Watch some of the other live streamers on YouTube to get live updates as to the radars, tornado warnings as they're going to be issued, because there are going to be a bunch of them. So thanks for tuning in again, and I appreciate you watching. Click the like button if you can. That would be nice, so I can get a little more traction on this channel. But I enjoy doing these updates. I hope at least somebody gets some useful information out of this. Thanks again for watching. Be safe and take care.